Atos is definitely the best training I've ever had. Luckily, we have Andre Galvao, who's like an incredible coach and instructor. And, just the way he formats the classes and the practices is really cool. And he's very hands-on, and he's in there with us every day. Typical day of training. It depends really. Like when I first got here, I was trying to train every single day, like 5 times a week, 2 or 3 times a day. That became too much because the training here is more intense. Just because you could have a 5 rounds of training in a practice, and you could go with like Andre Galvao, JT. During Worlds Camp, like Guto Campos, Roberto Satoshi, the Mendes brothers, Hoffa and Guy, like it wears on your body more because you're actually fighting tougher guys. Training the AOJ with the Meows it was kind of uneventful. When I would roll with them, I just like not really push 100%, and I don't think they would either. And there's no point in having our finals match in the gym, you know. Otherwise, it kind of would take away from the actual match itself. When we got there, we'd know each other's games so much that who knows what would happen. Probably just would have been even more boring than the matches already were. But I love those guys. They're awesome. The Meows are sick. I'm really inspired by them, by how hard they train, how dedicated they are, and how much they drill. And they're super technical. And I modeled my Berimbolo after them because I never did the Berimbolo until I started watching the Meows, and then I started getting good at it. Yeah, ADCC was awesome, except the location. Geographically speaking, it sucked, but the experience was awesome. China's the dirtiest place I've ever been to. It's awful there. I never want to go back. It smells, there's pollution in the air, everything's covered in a layer of dust from construction. It was just awful, but competing in the ADCC was fun. The upcoming 5-man round robin, it's on the 23rd. It's no-gi, and I'm really, really sick of no-gi, but I would like it to be gi. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun tournament. I've got to fight Jackson Souza again. We faced at the Worlds. It was a really close match. I only won by an advantage or 2. I don't remember the score exactly. And I've faced Gary Tonin a bunch of times. He's super aggressive and super good no-gi. He's one of the guys who'll be down to have heel hooks in the match for sure. And I've never faced James Popolo or Yuri Simões. I don't really know them, but I've heard of them and I've seen a lot of their stuff. So I'm sure it'll be a really good and challenging event. I mean, I feel the most beneficial thing Five Grappling is doing is trying to become a competition for the IBJJF, so that there's other opportunities for people to go compete, because IBJJF has a stranglehold on everyone, and they just like don't really pay anyone. They don't put out any opportunities for the fighters to make any money. When most of the black belts that compete, like 95% of the black belts that compete at these higher level tournaments, this is their job. And so when they compete, it's like it would be nice to actually be compensated for it in some way other than just having the notoriety from it and then having to work at a school or like teach and do all sorts of other stuff to support themselves. So I'm super appreciative of anyone who puts on super fight type format stuff, anything that has like prize money for the tournaments, especially now that everyone a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, there's like certain names that people want to see. You can have smaller tournaments and smaller brackets and still get enough money from it to actually, you know, support ourselves, instead of having to compete in a like big 15, 20 person black belt division, and maybe the one person who gets first gets paid, like in the Abu Dhabi Pro, for instance. So, and I think they're going to have a lot of tournaments all across the United States, and I think it'll be good just to switch things up, have other opportunities to compete, for sure.